because they were real good friends. This is a tribute to Marie Draudt from Janet Whittlesey. I was so grateful that I got to see Marie a few weeks before her passing and tell her how much I loved her and what all she meant to me. Many thoughts came into my head when I got the phone call informing me of our loss. The first was a song from the movie The Sound of Music. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold a moonbeam in your hand? There has been only one and will never be another Marie Draught. She was the freest spirit on this earth. She was the calm in the face of a storm and would defend and stand by a friend to the very end. Another thing came to me: dance like no one is watching. The thing is, though, she didn't care that you were watching. In fact, she liked to show off her moves. She was so thrilled when she found Chad, she not only found her life partner, but a dance partner as well. Granted, she had to teach him a few fancy steps. Well, maybe more than a few. But they ended up looking like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers before all was said and done, though I might be exaggerating a little bit. I first heard about Marie when I moved back to Tennessee from California and landed in the homesteads. The first friend I met, Charlene Hall, introduced me to Marie. She had just come back to Crossville from Austin, Texas, to help take care of her mother, Gladys. Marie had been a massage therapist previously, and Charlene had been a client, and she told me I would love Marie. Little did I know my life would never be the same. I had just opened the doors to the first real massage therapy establishment in Crossville when I met Marie. She was taking classes to further her degree in nursing. I asked her if she needed a quiet place to study. I told her I needed someone to answer my phone. I felt like she needed to get out of her house. It didn't take her long to realize that she did not need to be taking some stupid class in statistics for nursing. It made more sense to get her Tennessee massage license and join me in the business. I already had a 2-week waiting list since I was the only massage therapist in town. I had a wonderful group of golfers from and transplants to Fairfield Glade. There were also some locals who knew the benefits of massage, as well as the referrals from Dr. Rowan, whom I had worked with. When I moved to Crossville and wanted to do chair massage as part of a school fundraiser for my daughter's school, I was told that we do not do massage in Crossville, Tennessee, and they would not be needing my services as a fundraiser. I was crushed, but saw the immediate need for educating the public on what massage therapy really was. Marie was involved by the time I had the ribbon cutting from the Chamber of Commerce for Cumberland Mountain Therapeutic Massage and Bodywork, and we immediately became quite the team together. She ended up saving my butt by becoming the business manager as well. It drove her crazy that I did not pay bills until I got a second or third notice. I did it because in my way of looking at it, they weren't really due yet. I was not the one who ever really liked being responsible for money. I also ordered supplies after I was out and had to scramble to get them. One day, Marie asked me if I wanted her to be the business manager. Oh, with great enthusiasm, I said, oh, heck yes. In my enthusiasm, maybe I really didn't say heck. Our clients migrated naturally to each of us. We encouraged them to try us both and see which one was a better fit. We did not care as long as their pain and or stress was taken care of. She was the yang to my yin of massage. If anyone wanted a deeper massage, Marie was their gal. I was on the finesse side of muscle work. Both were effective, but different strokes for different folks. No pun intended, but it was a good one. We adored our clients. There was so much more to us than clients, though. We ended up as friends, or they became a second family for us. We always kept in mind that you teach something to or learn something from everyone you meet. We were very much into educating clients in self-help techniques or giving them an anatomy lesson. We loved what we did, and we loved being a team. We shortened the name to Massage Works. We were blessed when the office next door to Dr. Rowan became available. We all worked beautifully together. One day, one of my oldest friends came by the office and was introduced to Marie. At that time, he did not know that his life was about to change and would never be the same again. I am more than happy to boast that I've got them together. Little did I know that a matchmaking barbecue would turn out to be such a beautiful love story and life partnership. Marie was so happy that she could continue to do her life's work and maintain a wonderful relationship with such a wonderful man. As far as children, Marie said, "Why do I need kids when I have yours to hit me up for every school or board or band fundraiser, from candles or candy or cheese logs that I do not need? I would go broke." But she loved my daughter Megan, and Megan idolized her. Megan said she wanted to grow up and be just like Marie, independent, confident, and think I know everything, with a lot of exclamation points. At the office, we had our own fundraisers. We had very generous clients who contributed to our adopted families for Christmas food drives and backpacks for the kids' fundraisers. We both wanted those kids to have some of the things other children had so they did not feel underprivileged, and make sure they had a warm coat and mittens. And then came the time when Marie became an elk, and the angel tree there came into place. They do an enormous job with their service, which is why Marie liked to have her friends contribute to that cause in her name. Marie was more than devoted to her mother Gladys. She spent the last years of her life making sure that Gladys was taken care of properly, which means she did most of the care herself, and this was her decision. She was a born caregiver. She was a spectacular nurse. She was a heck of a talented massage therapist. She was a very devoted friend. She was truly an angel on earth. My deepest sympathy goes out to her brothers Bill, David, and sister Joanne, who not only lost Marie, but their mother Gladys just weeks prior. I am so grateful for Chad's sister Debbie, who was by Marie's side, helped her so much and sat with her countless hours so she did not have to be alone, and who kept me informed daily about her status for the day. I am so grateful for the other caregivers in hospice that were there also to help keep her as comfortable as possible. I wish I could have been there to help with that myself, but from across the country that was not possible. I am celebrating the fact that Marie had her happiest times ever with her partner Chad. I am so happy he made such a difference in her life, and he would have done much more if time had allowed. To quote Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who said, "When we have done the work we were sent to do, we are allowed to shed our body, which imprisons our soul, like the cocoon encloses the future butterfly." Rabindranath Tagore said, "Death is not extinguishing the light, it is putting out the lamp, because the dawn has come." And lastly, Cahill Gabrans, who said, "And when the earth shall claim your limbs, then shall you truly dance." I know Maria is with us today as we mourn her passing, but celebrate her life. She would not pass up such a gathering and a chance to party with you all for anything. Then when this is over and goodbyes are finally said, she will be able to teach the angels how to dance. I love you, Marie.
Well, before I begin, I'd like to share a little anecdote that was given to me a couple days ago by one of her lifelong friends in Texas, Neil Stone, which he shared with me just to cheer me up. That's a story that only he and Marie and Jim Hornbeck would know as they traveled through Europe in the 70s. She worked at UCLA Medical Center, and she didn't have a car, and she called him and she said, "Can you give me a ride?" And they said, "Sure." Well, they were kind of practical joker guys. So on the way, they stopped at a gag store, and they got a bottle of vampire blood. And they got to the medical center, and it was pretty low-key, not much going on. So they're walking up and down the hall, just scattering this blood everywhere, and the activity started to pick up. Everybody was running around going, who's bleeding to death? And it's like nobody could resolve this. So it's kind of went back down to low key. It's like, okay, well, whatever. So Marie walks out into the waiting room, and she sees Neil and Jim sitting there, and she goes, "You guys did this, didn't you?" So I continue. It was a Memorial Day weekend. It was 2003. Little did I know that the person I was introduced to that day would change my life in innumerable ways over the next 12 years. Little did I know that I had just met the love of my life, a person that, through her compassion, her strength of will, and her intellect, could change the lives of those around her. That person was Marie. She loved to dance. Early on in our relationship, she indicated that we should go dancing somewhere, to which I replied, "Musicians don't dance." Well, I won't repeat what her exact response here was, but suffice to say that the nickname Nurse Blunt, which she earned while she worked at a Texas clinic, would certainly apply. She would tell you what she thought, whether you wanted to hear it or not. So after the scolding I received, I decided that, dancing with Marie might not be so bad after all. And it wasn't. It was one of the most enjoyable things that we did together. And after she taught me how to Texas two-step at the Broken Spoke in Austin, we always looked forward to the next opportunity, whether it was at the Elks, at a club, or just simply in the living room with the furniture rearranged and the stereo playing. In my eyes, she was a culinary master. I would have put her talent and her creativity in the kitchen next to any television cooking host, and several times I suggested that we literally shoot a pilot video with that goal in mind. But alas, Marie would humble herself and decline the idea, saying she was just an innovator. Well, I'm a pretty good prep cook myself, so between Iron Chef Marie and me, we turned out some pretty scrumptious dishes for holidays and at any time she entertained. So I know many of you here have seen Marie in a professional capacity, having had a massage or a facial at Massage Works. She always strived to improve her skills, her knowledge, and to be keen on developments in her chosen profession through the continuing education program. And to my knowledge, she was the first person issued a license for massage therapy in the state of Tennessee. It is hard to fathom why such a caring, emphatic, and loving woman as Marie could meet with such an untimely and terrible demise. As I helped her through these last few months, I have repeatedly asked that question, why would life be so unfair to her? A person that has given of herself to so many. Still today, I am waiting on an answer. So as we gather here today to pay respects to Marie and to remember her many contributions to the community in which she lived, let us remember her love of life and family, her love of beauty, of music, and of dance. I know my life has been enriched in countless ways for knowing her, and I look forward to the day when she and I can again walk hand in hand together. I would like to recite a short Irish blessing for her. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Amen. So when you look up into the sky tonight, you will see a new shining star in the heavens. I'd like to thank everyone for coming.